She's right, second row. Yes. And then the other gentleman. See there to the left. And then the gentleman in the green. Yes, you have the floor.
My name is Garima Gupta, and I'm from an organization called Chintan in New Delhi, and it is a part of Global Alliance of Waste Pickers. I just wanted to share my experience where I had a chance to talk with the waste pickers whose livelihood is based on the Timarpur Ogla power plant, and I have asked them the effects of this waste to energy plant on their livelihoods, and they have said that we have migrated from northeast part of India to Delhi in search of our livelihoods because this is the hub of generating waste. So they have said if this waste to energy plant will set up here, then it takes away our livelihoods. So, and we all know that that CDM is financing this waste to energy plant, and all the waste to energy plants are produces more carbon dioxide rather than a coal power plant. So my question is, why CDM is financing such waste to energy power plants and taking away the livelihoods of waste pickers? So this is my question.
Hi, my name is Simon Bata. I'm from the South African Waste Pickers Association, the alliance of the global network of waste pickers. I want to question based on the methane project which have been supported by the CDM. It encourages the idea of producing methane. Waste pickers have a way of dealing with this because right now we are involved in separation at source, where we encourage separation at source. So in supporting such projects, we feel that CDM is destroying our livelihoods. Another issue is the incinerators. The incinerators are competing with us because they are being fed what is the livelihood of the waste pickers. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for the finance comes from the countries, from the PPs, from the private sector. So we don't, the CRs are what provides the money, but the CDM doesn't finance, we don't finance, and we can't determine where the project. We don't tell countries that we should implement this project or this project. Those are national decisions. So while we could be sympathetic to what you're saying, the board can't legislate or say country A or country B that you shouldn't be going into that type of an industry. We can't do that. That is out of our way out of our league.
Yes, thank you. In the last CDM EP meeting, there was a recommendation from the methodological panel to revise the ACM1 and AM25, which are the methodologies that provide the baseline for waste to energy projects, namely incinerators and waste to energy, landfills, all these projects that recyclers are mentioning are displacing the livelihoods, and that may be as well a source of non-emissional CEIs. So, which in total should be a great concern for the CDM. So I would like to know if the CDM Executive Board will take into account this recommendation, or whether you will undertake the revision of these methodologies in the next agenda for the 2011. Thank you.
Before you give up the microphone, how could you explain how it will lead to the additional CRs? Can you expand a little bit? Because they just said that and left it. You know, can you explain how?
Yeah. We talked about this in the last meeting. On the one hand, there is an issue about eugenic emissions that are not taken into account. These are the emissions that are involved in when burning biomass, when this is used for electricity. So this is one thing. And the other thing is that emissions that are involved when we burn recyclable materials. Those materials have been, extracted, processed, manufactured, used. There are emissions involved in all this life cycle, and if we recycle them, we are just saving these emissions. Whereas if we burn them, we are, bringing these emissions into the atmosphere. In any case, I think that We will be very happy to provide more evidence and more research to support all these statements. And in any case, my question was the methodological panel. I mean, it wasn't us, it wasn't an NGO, it wasn't a PP. It was a methodological panel that made a recommendation for this, to revise these methodologies. And I would like to know if the EB is going to consider this recommendation.
Okay, thank you very much. This is good feedback because if we're doing things and it is having a negative effect, that was never the intention. But I'll ask the Vice Chair, we'll take this. Martin.
No, there are a couple of things. Andrei asked us for a definitive conclusion on methodology. I think he should read the report and he can draw his own conclusions when it's published. It's a public report and we have revised the methodology, so therefore we do think it needs to be revised. And then, this is on the HFC issue. And on the issue of waste and energy recovery and impacts on waste pickers, I think, first of all, you seem very well organised. I'm sure that the Project Developers Forum could learn a lot from you. But I would advise you perhaps to talk to Ava there from CDM Watch. She's got a history of complaining about methodologies quite successfully, and she could probably advise you on how to go about it. But my more serious comment is that I've heard complaints about this methodologies on several occasions, that there is a disadvantage. I think you've heard from here that there are methodologies being developed. And if you could, though, still address yourself to the problems in that methodology and write to us and write in, I think they are problems that can be addressed. In the social aspects of this, our job is to assess emission reductions and ensure that they are real. That's what the rules give us as our main job, and ensure that we can pursue that. It's more difficult when you talk about social or environmental impacts. Sustainable development is certified by the parties, the host party. We don't have a role in deciding what projects are better than others on social or developmental grounds. We are not allowed to do that. What we do have is requirements for stakeholder comment, which I think CDM Watch will mention. And we have requirements that require that we see that environmental impact assessments are done, where they require international law, and that stakeholder comments are taken into account. So if you could use those procedures which are possible to use, and I would advise you to use them.
Nino from Brazil, West Speaker, my translation, Luciano. A pergunta é por que se financiam tantos projetos de generação de energia, tantos projetos de financiamento a rellenos sanitarios, y por qué no financian el trabajo de los catadores, de los West Speakers, que trabajan a más de 50 años sacando de la basura los materiales reciclables.
Okay, I am a translator, but I'm not so fast as him. His name is Severino, he's a West Speaker from the Brazilian movement, and he's saying that he wants to know, the question is why they are financing waste-to-energy project or landfills instead of financing the recycling activities the West Speakers are doing in the last 50 years.
Donde hay países que reconocen esta actividad como una de las formas más impactantes de generar empleo y de proteger el medio ambiente.
Because there are some countries that they are already making a recognition of this activity because of the reduction of the impact in the climate and also because of the jobs they are creating through this activity.
Y en el mundo representamos más de 20 millones de personas, gracias.
And there are almost 20 million people in the world doing this activity.
The gentleman, we have finances waste to energy instead of landfills. Don't know if that is the case. Maybe it's the case in Brazil, not too sure. But I think that landfill projects do get we have a number of landfill projects in addition to the waste to energy ones. We have developed a methodology that could be used by the waste pickers. I didn't get the last thing about the 20 million, but other people did it. I hear the shouts, so I could go along with that. But we have a methodology now. I don't know if we have registered any projects under that, but we did get this concern from the meeting in Copenhagen, and we have tried to address that by looking at the methodology. I'd love to get some feedback. Maybe you could look at it to see if the methodology is appropriate, if we need some work, and others here who can do that. Maybe this is not, but I am not sure we have registered, so we need to look. But we're trying to. We are concerned that we're trying to address that. Anything else up here?
Well, just to supplement Clifford on the waste, I mean, there are many ways of reducing emissions, as you all know, and our job is to provide methodologies for viable projects, and there is a recycling methodologies that we have worked on over the last years that could be used, and hopefully will be used. When it comes to what sort of projects will be realized under the CDM, it's always up to those who want to realize them, and also to the host country, as you all know, which projects they want to approve. Yeah, thanks.